Hello everybody, how are you doing? This is Glenn with Fralins and Friends, and we are here to be positive. All the painting, all that is great fun, but our reason for being is to be positive, uplifting, and give you a safe place to come and just enjoy 15 minutes or so. So please stick with us as we do this. Tonight I am painting, by the way. I'm going to be painting on this Nativity. I'm trying to think. Manger scene, Nativity, which word do I... It's a Nativity. And had a little, for those of you who remember, had a little problem with the colors of, well, with the faces. Me and faces. Anyway, I think maybe Jesus' face looks like a baby face, to tell you the truth. So I don't really want to mess with it much. But Joseph and Mary, they need some help. But I'm also, I redid that background color because it was just so close to Joseph's garments. And so that's still wet. I am going to go ahead and paint these boards on the barn, on the outside here. Alrighty, I think I'm just going to do like I did on the sides, and we'll just do dark brown. I had these marked out, these boards, but it's a little hard to keep that. So I might decide to, it's a lot of paint. Might decide to put some black marker or something to divide them, or I might not. I don't know. In the Middle East, I don't know how much lumber they actually had to use. They may have been using more of, and they probably used some for, because they had trees, olive trees, fig trees, and stuff, but I don't know. But I might just, it might be that they have more adobe or something like that, where they'd use mud and make mud bricks, mud and straw, and then give it a coat of, a final coating of that same substance, but smooth. Not all adobe is that way, or I don't know if adobe is kind of a color we call it over here. It's kind of a reddish clay that down in this southern part of the U.S. There's some, I think a lot of Mexico uses it, but I'm going to let this just be a brown building. Seems to me that they may have even used a kind of cement that they made out of the sand. They had the sandstone down there, and they had other things, you know, like the limestone. So they would have figured out how to pulverize all that stuff and mix it into a, I don't know, a slosh, or kind of a slush that they could put on the outer parts of a building. I don't know. I do know that there are quite a few of older civilizations in those kind of parts of the world where they did learn how to make a kind of concrete. Not what we go and buy commercially. Probably better, who knows. Egypt's buildings have stood for many, many moons. So, but anyway, this is what I'm going to paint it like this. And I just painted a nice dark brown to contrast with the interior. Okay, yeah, that's going all the way down here. Where did my... I don't have my... That was the... I'll be back. Okay. I realized I was actually painting the table. It's like, what in the world? And I realized I had painted 3... I just put the prime coat on 3 of those little square ones I'm making... that I'm painting birds on, and I've got them sitting over here on the side in that, on the deal I was painting this on. So it was like, that didn't work. It's hard to pick this up without getting paint on something. Yeah, I don't think that's part of the halo. I think that's the hand that is resting on her shoulder. I'm not going to try and give every finger, I'm not going to try to get 5 fingers on each hand. I'm just not. I'll just make it look like there's some there. Shoot. No, I shouldn't have. Okay. And then this hand, it's kind of a wrist and a hand, I guess. What I'll do is I'll paint that cloak he's wearing. Well, and that's too light for the cloak. Okay, we have Mary's hands folded in prayer, so we're going to just give her some. Precious some fingers here. That's gonna have to do. Okay. Now, I do need to paint this area. I already put the star on, so I want to be a little careful of that. I missed this area here, the interior. There we go. Let me not regret this, please. Just want to make it look. Sometimes these get water upside that metal part. I just kind of want to make it look like she's got a couple of eyelashes. Oh, never mind. That's as good as it's going to get. I'm one that if I don't stop myself, I can make something worse. Okay, we're going to make this kind of a very pale blue-gray, like an evening sky, or an evening air, or whatever. I always hope I can improve some from the year before, so I'm hoping that I did. But I don't think I did Mary's eyelashes very well, but at least she's got a face, I guess, somewhat. I think we can tell who they are. Anyway, I'm going to let these dry, and that will be it. I will try and turn it around here without getting too messy so that you can see it all done up. There it is. That is the Nativity for this Christmas. And the Christ child is in his manger and he's just sleeping, sound asleep. I don't think wish his face showed up more, but I've got the halo around it, but I don't know what more I can do. Just a tiny wee babe. Okay. So, but, yeah, I got these, I got the prime on, but I haven't painted the birds on. So, okay. Well, I love you. It was a smack. Smile and wave. There's yours. Go out and share it. Give somebody that smile. You need that smile. They need that smile. I need that smile. So go out and smile and wave and just have a high old time. Right now, it's nice weather for the next few days. I think we're going to have a nice weather on Christmas. I just hope that holds through Saturday, because Saturday's when we have our Christmas with the kids. Whatever happens, it happens, and we will celebrate, and we'll be a family. And everybody's supposed to make it. Yay. Good night.